I came across this AI called Devin, and at first I thought probably yet another AI assistant, or let's say coding assistant, like let's say Cursor or Copilot. But once I tried it, I quickly realized Devin is different and it does real engineering works. I gave Devin a few tasks from my ongoing project, like some bug fixes, feature addition, some cleanup work, and honestly, the way it handled and did everything on its own completely blew my mind. For context, Devin is a AI software engineer and not just a AI coding assistant, or let's say a autocomplete tool. It has its own editor, terminal, browser, internet access, and it works as a fully autonomous AI agent. You tell Devin what you want it to do, and it goes ahead and creates a comprehensive plan, writes code, tests it out, and even opens a pull request for you to review. And what's even cooler is the fact that you can connect Devin to Slack or Linear. So if a teammate goes ahead and logs a bug, or let's say a feature request or anything else in your Slack or Linear workspace, you can simply go ahead and tag Devin and explain exactly what you want it to do and give it some context, and now Devin gets to work just like a human teammate would. Anyway, rather than explaining everything upfront, let me show you how I used Devin for a few real tasks from my ongoing project, and you can decide for yourself if it can change the way we work. Alright, so this right here is the official website of Devin. And if you want to quickly get started, the first thing that you gotta do is to click the first link in the description below, and you will land on this page right here. And now you can go ahead and sign up for a new account. And now towards the homepage hero section itself, you can find the 4-step process that Devin goes through after you ask for any code change, let's say code refactoring, bug fixes, or anything as such. So first thing first, go ahead and sign up for a new account and log into the same. And once you log in, this is not going to be the kind of interface that you'll see. Of course, after you create an account, first of all, you'll have to go ahead and connect your GitHub account to Devin so that it can access all the repo within your account. So you'll find an option to connect your GitHub account to Devin. So all you gotta do is to click on the authorize button, enable all the permissions, and then you have the option to give Devin the access to a couple of the repos, or let's say all repos within your account. And once GitHub integration is done, you'll be taken to a page something like this. And towards the center, you can find an input box. And as it says, you can go ahead and describe your task or ask a question and hit enter, and Devin gets to work. And towards the left side, here you can find all these sessions, or let's say individual requests within the same repo and all that. So first of all, after you configure a repo, if you click on this button right here, you'll be able to select it. In this case, I've actually enabled all the repos within my account, but I have specifically selected one called as Verify AI. So this is the project that I'm currently working on. So basically this is a project that helps people to identify AI generated content, check for plagiarism, see if an image is AI generated and all that. So in order to find your project in here, you'll have to go ahead and connect to your GitHub. If I go to settings and let's say integrations, right now, as you can see, I have connected GitHub. So you can click on this button right here, go ahead and connect your account, and the first part is done. And now even before I start, let me make one thing very clear. So Devin is not your usual AI coding software like let's say Copilot, Cursor, Windsurf, Lovable, or any other tool. It is not for let's say a fun little vibe coding project. Devin is like a real AI powered software engineer that actually gets things done even if it's a very complex problem. So basically, if you have a real teammate, what you do is you go ahead and delegate a particular task to that person, and he or she goes ahead and start working on the same, right? In a similar fashion, when you go ahead and ask Devin to do something, it goes ahead and comes up with an execution plan, and it then goes ahead and writes the code or make all the changes, then test it out, creates a pull request, and add the same to your GitHub repo, exactly like a human teammate would do. So this right here is the project that I've been working on. And basically this is a SaaS platform that allows people to check a piece of content for let's say to see if it's a AI generated content, to check it for plagiarism, and even upload images and see if it is a AI generated image. So basically these three are the core features of the project that I'm working on right now. And now if I head back to Devin, the first thing that I gotta do is to obviously select the particular GitHub repo. And for that, I'll click on this button right here, and now I can go ahead and select the repo. In this case, I'll select it, and it is called Verify AI. And now this right here is the GitHub repo of the particular project. And next up, let's just say you want Devin to fix an error, or let's say a bug, add a new feature, or you just want to ask some random questions about your project. Well, all you gotta do is to input the question or whatever task that you want Devin to do in this input box right here, and now hit enter, and now Devin gets to work. For example, let's say I ask a simple question, something like this. Could you please analyze the code base and look for any improvements? In fact, I actually went ahead and asked this question. So here we have that session right here. So I went ahead and asked Devin to analyze the code base and look for any improvements. And now Devin went ahead and cloned the entire GitHub repo. and then analyzed each and every single file within the code base, exactly what I wanted. And now it went ahead and created a detailed report as to what is the current state of our project, what are the things that could be improved, what are the things that needs to be fixed right away. Like as you can see, security vulnerability, high priority. And now the AI went ahead and did its analysis, and now it is showing us a detailed report. Okay, so that is like one simple question that I asked. Next up, let's just say I have a particular error within my project and I want to fix it. Now all I gotta do is to explain the error in here and hit enter, and now the AI will start to work. And now the even cooler thing is that you can actually go ahead and integrate, let's say, Devin to your Slack channel. For example, let's say there's a Slack channel where all your developer teammates are there. Now all you gotta do is to come over to settings and now go to integrations and click on the Slack option and go ahead and connect your Slack channel to Devin. Okay. And after that, if I go ahead and let's say open Slack, and now as you can see, I have already added Devin in here. That's because we went ahead and connected Slack with Devin. And next up, if I open my, let's say, Slack channel, and now I can simply go ahead and tag Devin just like this, and then ask the AI to do something. It could be a feature addition, it could be, let's say, a bug fix, it could be anything. So let's say in this case, we actually have a problem in our app. The AI detection is not working. So we have some random problem with the API and we want to fix that. For example, if I put some random content in here, let's say, yeah, and if I click on this analyze text button, it says failed to analyze the text, and we actually have some problem which we need to fix. Now in this regard, all I gotta do is to head over to verify AI, and now I have invoked, or let's say tagged Devin, and now I can go ahead and say we have some problem with the AI detection page of the project. Let's say verify AI. When user enters a text and then hits enter, it shows, let's say, failed to analyze text. All right, so I'll do this, check the API route and see if there is any issue. If yes, fix it. Okay, so this right here is the message that I'm going to pass to Devin, and now all I gotta do is to hit enter. So let's wait. All right, so as you can see, it says one reply, and now I can open this thread. And now it says Devin is running. You can send messages in this thread. Now, if you want to, let's say, communicate and add additional information, you can actually go ahead and send that up in here. And now if I head back to Devin, go to Devin session, as you can see, here we have started a new Devin session. And if I click on that one, we can find the exact same message that I sent in Slack. The same is in here as well. And now it says, okay, found critical bug in AI detection API route. So text extraction is commented out, causing undefined variable. Then we have, okay, variable text used without being defined. We have a typo and also a function parameter typo. So Devin has went ahead and found all these errors after analyzing the code base. So if I head back to Devin, as you can see, it went ahead and opened up our project and read the root.ts file, in this case, the code for our API route, and has actually found out all the errors and listed the same in here as well. And now, even now, I don't really have to do anything, all right? So Devin itself has went ahead, analyzed every single line of code and found the core reason which is causing this problem that says failed to analyze text. So we have around 4 different problems up in here. And now it has went ahead and created a detailed execution plan. Now, if I head back, I can find it in here. So it says fix 4 bugs in the root.ts file and then change and align the broken AI detection route with working patterns. Okay. And again, go after making all the changes, test by running dev server locally and verifying AI detection page works instead of showing failed to analyze text, and then create a PR. The same is reflected in the Slack channel here as well. Maybe I can expand it. So there you have the detailed execution plan. So Devin not just goes ahead and fixes the bug, but actually goes ahead and tests the functionality and make sure everything works. And only then it will go ahead and open a PR on GitHub. All right. So it will take some time. So all you gotta do is to wait. So it says npm run build, npm run dev, and it has navigated to this page right here. And now if I click on this one, it opens up the browser interface where I can find exactly what is happening. So as you can see, the AI is trying to sort of use that particular feature to see if it is working without any error. And now I can go one step ahead. Okay, so this right here is the sample. So it has actually went ahead and filled in some content. And now I can go one step ahead. So it has pressed the analyze button and it says analyzing content, and there you go. As you can see, the error is now fixed. So this right here is an instance that's happening right within Devin. But if I actually go ahead and try to run it in here, it still says failed to analyze text because we haven't really merged the pull request that Devin has created. So it is now saying that pushed branch to this particular repo. And now if I scroll down, it says fix AI detection API bug causing failed to analyze text. And now if I click on this open button right here, it will open GitHub, and Devin has actually went ahead and created a pull request for fixing that particular bug. So it says, okay, so you can find all this information. And now if I go to, let's say, files changed, I'll be able to find all the changes that the Devin has made. And now I can head back. And the thing is, I can actually go ahead and let's say, go through all the changes that Devin has made. And then if everything is okay, I can go ahead and review the changes and merge it to the main branch. Or let's say I want Devin to do something extra, or let's say add some comments and have it to do, let's say redo the entire thing. I can press this button right here, leave a comment, and now Devin will start working on it again. So in this case, the bug is now fixed and it is literally working. As you saw in the browser interface right here. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead, where is it? Yeah, I'll go ahead and click on this review changes button, and now I'll approve it and click on submit review. And now I'll go ahead and click on this option that says merge pull request. All right, let's see. It's successfully merged and closed. And now I can head back. Pull request has been reduced to 1 and the changes has been applied. And now our code is working as it should be, right? So it has went ahead and made all these changes and everything works now. Next up, I went ahead and synced all these changes from GitHub to my local dev server. And now if I go ahead and try to use it again, let me refresh it once. I can click on analyze text and let's wait. There you go. The problem is fixed. So actually what we did is we went ahead and told Devin that we have a particular bug in our app, and you have two options. You could either go ahead and describe that in here and hit enter, or you could even go ahead and just mention the same in the Slack channel, which Devin is part of, and hit enter. And as you can see, you can find all these things, like everything that the AI did, which was visible in here. You can find all of that in here as well. And now Devin has even uploaded a screenshot showing the successful test. Wow. All right. There you go. Okay. So this is basically how it works. So you go ahead and explain exactly what is the problem, hit enter, and Devin does everything for you. And now in a similar fashion, I went ahead and asked yet another request, and it says, can you create a /about page on our app that explain what our app does, the core features, and some dummy contact and team info? So I just went ahead and gave a simple prompt, something like this. I hit enter, and now the AI went ahead and analyzed our code base and then came up with a plan overview for implementing the new page and created a pull request. So if I head back and if I click on this pull request option right here, here we have the pull request that Devin has opened up, and it says add comprehensive /about page with team and contact information. And now it has even created all these diagrams, nodes, whatnot. The AI did all that. And now maybe I can head back, click on commits. I can view all the information. So it has actually wrote around 576 lines of code. So these are all the changes that it has made. So it basically created a new page.tsx file and also made some changes to the header component. Yeah, after creating the about page, it should add the link to the header right in here, the navbar. So it has actually edited that as well. And now I can go ahead and click on review changes, approve it, submit review, and merge the request. All right, so that should be it. We should now have a about page in our app. So if I head back and if I open this browser section right here. All right, so this right here was the about page that the AI has created. So let me make it a bit bigger. So as you can see, the AI went ahead and created an about page and added a link to the same in the navbar. And this right here is the about page that the AI has created. And the best thing is that it even matches the current styling and theme of our entire project. Wow. Our team section, dummy contact informations and all that. There you go. And now if I click on this shell option right here, I'll be able to find all the commands that the AI has run. And if I click on this code button right here, I can find the code, all the code that the AI has wrote. And if I click on this wake up Devin option, it will go ahead and start the IDE and I can find all the files, the code and everything else. So let's see. So there you go. It has went ahead and opened up the Devin IDE and I can find all the files in here, like all the files within my project in here, and also all the code and everything else. So in just a couple of clicks, I went ahead and gave an instruction as to do something and hit enter, and Devin AI did all that for me. So you can either go ahead and directly use it within this platform or even from Slack or even Linear. So it is as easy as that. And if you want to, while sending a message, you can actually go ahead and attach and let's say add a file repo or even attach files as well. And you can also change between agent mode and ask mode. So basically this is how you use Devin to let's say make some changes like adding a new feature, fixing a bug, or even creating a new test case. And now you can even run multiple Devins parallelly. For example, let's say in here we had a Devin trying to fix a problem within our API, and here one for creating an about page. In a similar fashion, you can have multiple, Devins running in parallel, and that is also possible. So let's say you want one to fix an error in the API route, and you need another one to work on, let's say, creating a new page, and another one for, let's say, testing out something. If you want to run multiple Devins parallelly, you have options for that too. And as soon as I merge a change, it says merged in here. And next interesting thing that I want to show you is this option right here that says Deep Wiki. So it says access documentations, knowledge bases for your repositories. So think about it. How cool will it be if you go ahead and give, or let's say add your GitHub repo and give it to Devin, and now Devin goes ahead and analyzes the entire code base and then creates an extensive documentation and knowledge base for your project on behalf of you, and that too without you having to do anything. So in this case, the AI has actually went ahead and created one. So you can access it if you come over to this Deep Wiki section. And now I'll click on this one right here. So there you go. Devin has actually created an extensive documentation and a knowledge base with all these tables, details, references to the code, all these diagrams like system architecture overview, like high level system structure. Then we have request flow and code entity mapping, core services overview. Wow. I mean, you can find all that in here. So Devin has went ahead and created all of this for us without we having to do anything. So as soon as you add a project, this option right here, that is Deep Wiki, goes ahead and creates an extensive documentation and knowledge base. And now if anyone from your team is actually working on this project, all that they got to do is to refer to this documentation that AI has created, and it includes pretty much everything that you will need. References to the codes, and then all the features, all the diagrams. Wow. It is as easy as that, okay? And next up, if you go ahead and click on this button right here that says Ask Devin, you can now go ahead and chat with your code base. So Devin already have analyzed your entire code base and knows pretty much everything. And now you can go ahead and ask any question in here. So first of all, I'll select the Verify AI. And now let's say I want to ask a question. Let's say, how many API routes do we have in our project? Simple one. How many API routes do we have in our project? And now I can simply go ahead and hit enter. Oops, click on send. And now if you want to, you can actually go ahead and attach images as well. So in this case, we have around 3 API routes is what I guess. So let's see. There you go. Based on the code base context, you have 3 API routes in your Verify AI project. And now this is just a simple demo. And now if you want to, let's say, implement some feature, or you want to learn about the best approach for doing something, or let's say collaboratively plan with Devin, you can actually go ahead and ask your questions in here. And it even says ask a follow-up question or construct a Devin prompt in here. You can do all that. So basically you can think of it like a playground where you can chat with the AI, or let's say chat with Devin, while having the entire content of your code base in its context. You can plan things, you can map out things, you can ask any questions, and Devin gets the job done. So as you saw, these are all the main features of Devin. So basically you go ahead and ask Devin to do something like, let's say, fixing a bug, adding a new feature, writing a test case, or whatever that be. You hit enter, and now Devin autonomously starts working on the same. It will go ahead and come up with an execution plan, writes the code, test it out, and make sure everything works. And if it fails, it goes ahead and goes through a re-execution process where it writes the code again, tests it out, and once everything is solved, it goes ahead and creates a PR, or let's say pull request, which you can then go ahead and review and merge to the project. And if you want to make some changes on top of that, you can suggest edits, or let's say add your comments out there. Devin analyzes it, makes the changes again, updates the pull request, which you can then merge to the original project. So that is basically the whole flow. And now one of my personal favorite feature has to be the option to use Devin within, let's say, Slack or Linear. So in this case, I've shown you how we can actually use it with, let's say, Slack. But you can also go ahead and add Devin to your Linear project and take it up from there as well. So in this case, I went ahead and asked to create an about page by tagging Devin in Slack, and it has went ahead and created a beautiful looking page that actually matches the rest of the design of the entire project. So that's basically how it works. Another thing is Devin is fundamentally very different from all these traditional AI coding tools like let's say GitHub Copilot, Cursor, Windsurf, Lovable, or let's say Bolt. And one more thing that you'll have to keep in mind is that Devin is not at all suitable for your funny little, vibe coding project or anything as such. Devin is actually like a real software engineer, but it's an AI actually, of course. And then it gets the job done all by itself without you having to actively watch it. Of course, if that's what you want, you can actually do that. But whatever be the task that you delegate to Devin, it goes ahead and does everything and verifies everything works and then creates a pull request and you can sort of take it up from there. But if you were to, let's say, the fundamental flow of using, let's say, any other AI code editor and Devin is very different. And as soon as you start using the same, you'll get to realize that very quick. So basically, you can consider Devin as one of your teammates, basically an AI teammate that can do pretty much everything that a normal human can do. And it does things on its own. And while also you stay in full control. That's yet another thing. All right. So that's basically how Devin works. Now, as far as pricing is concerned, if I go over to this pricing page, as you can see, Devin primarily has three main pricing plans. And the first one is called as Core. The second is Team, and then Enterprise pricing plan, which is of course custom one. As you can see, the Core plan is actually a pay as you go plan, which means you only pay for what you use. So these are all the features that we have in here, and you can have up to 10 concurrent Devin sessions, but you can have unlimited users in the organizations and all that. And now this right here is the main part, that is no monthly commitment. So you can actually go ahead and recharge or let's say top up, and you can pay as you go. And then also you can set up a auto reload settings for on-demand consumption. And next up here we have a team plan which costs around $500 per month, and you get around 250 ACUs. So basically ACU means Agent Compute Unit. It's a normalized measure of the resources used by Devin. So basically for completing a task, for a simple task, it could be something like, let's say 0.5 ACU to let's say up to 4 ACU. All right. So yeah. And again, we also have an enterprise plan as well. And now to quickly get started, all you got to do is to click the first link in the description below and you can sign up for Devin. And if you're skeptical as to how it works and how we can take things forward and you just want to play around with Devin, the best option would be to go with the core plan first, for which you're only paying for what you use. And now you can get a better gist of it as to how it works, what are the different features Devin has to offer, and now how it can help. All right. So after that, you can maybe go ahead and integrate it to your Slack channel or maybe let's say linear channel and take it up from there. So this is pretty much all I wanted to show you in this video. And to be honest, Devin has actually surpassed my expectations. And I only got to realize Devin is this powerful after I got my hands onto the platform. So if you want to check it out, all you got to do is to click the first link in the description below, sign up for a new account, you can start using it. And I hope you guys found this video useful. If yes, make sure to subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.